Hey folks, welcome to another Water Trek 360. Today is part 2 of a two-part video where we look at Divevolk's UWACAM app, a collaborative effort with Boombayaya and professional photographers, which was specifically designed with underwater photographers in mind. I've played with it for several months now. Today's video will review my preferred settings, nuances, and why I chose them. Do check out part 1, which covers my detailed testing, workflow, and things to know before using the app. As you know, I've been a proponent of Divevolk since 2021. Good news, Divevolk added me to their affiliate network. This means you get a 6% discount on equipment when using the Divevolk site and the discount code and site address in my links. A great way to save money. That said, Divevolk had no input into this review. These opinions are my own. If you like this video, please let me know. Click like, click subscribe. For this video, I will be reviewing version 2.4.0 using an iPhone 16 Pro and covering Pro mode. This is not a detailed review of every setting. I would suggest using Divevolk's tutorials for that. This video focuses on my preferred settings as a videographer and why. Initially, the app is set to auto mode. I am not covering auto mode since anything I suggest altering in Pro mode applies to auto mode. Tap the menu icon, then select Show Settings. Tap Mode and select Pro mode. The menu button switches to an icon with 9 circles. Tapping that shows a list of settings to choose from. The gear icon allows you to control a ton of baseline features. I have everything set as default in each of the categories: camera, playback, base settings, tools, and informational. Except the following. Under photo setup, I use JPEG Max since I do little photography, and post-production with RAW on is not really in my wheelhouse. I have everything else set as off. Under advanced though, I have photo stops video disabled in case I inadvertently touch the photo icon. In video setup, I currently use HEVC for the smaller storage and ease of use. I do sometimes use ProRes, but no, this will increase your file size a lot. Video resolution, I have 4K, frame rate 60 FPS typically. Under advanced stabilization, I set as standard. It's fine. Cinematic can cause some cropping anyway. Quality I have set at max. Why dumb it down for 4K? I usually use color space of Rec. 709, occasionally Apple ProRes or Apple Log rather, if doing ProRes. Here you can also choose from several LUTs. As you see, I last used this shallow reef LUT. Remember, these LUTs are only for use with Rec. 709. You can also import others if you'd like. I leave Preview LUT on, but have Record with LUT off, since you can't remove it in post-production. If after reviewing the LUT during your dive and you like the results, go back, set it to Record on. At this time, there is no availability to add a LUT post-production in the app. Under display, I set my histogram as both luminescence and RGB. Under overlays, I have everything disabled, reducing clutter in the viewing area. Occasionally, I will use rule of thirds. Under the More menu, I leave overlay rotation as enabled. Under assists, some will show as off if you don't have them turned on in settings. Here, I do set zebra as 78%. I like that range. Under user interface, go to advanced 2. Make sure hardware button is enabled. If you disable this, you can't use the Divevolk external shutter, which is dependent upon the phone's volume control button. One note, the Divevolk external shutter will not take it out of sleep mode. You must tap the screen in order to do that. I leave haptic feedback off. I don't like vibration alerts, and they only use more battery anyway. Back on the Camera Advanced tab, I leave Resume Video on and Frame Drop Stops Video as no. I don't want to stop my video if I lose a frame. Most importantly, I have camera blending off, especially with an iPhone. The phone's AI can switch your lenses, overriding your shot, regardless of which lens you just selected, leading to less than optimal results when focal distances change. If blending is on, manually controlling lens position, focus, ISO, gray-white balance, and tint are not available. Under base settings, I leave as storage in app, makes it easier to apply color correction later. Under advanced, I have location services and visualizer on, but these only work topside when you have a satellite or Wi-Fi connection. You must use location at the dive site since it uses your current location. It won't be correct if done later. Once processed, location is stored permanently. Presets. So let's say you want to create a preset. In this case, say EV set at -1 and FPS at 60. Go to the yellow gear icon, select Save Presets. It will take your current settings and save them to the preset slot you want. You can remove it, edit it, rename it. You are limited to 10 characters. If in the future you want to use it, go back to the wrench and reapply it. You will see it appears in the Quick Access menu. Do the reverse if you want to remove the preset. I have found, though, I had to exit UWACAM for the preset not to show in the Quick Access menu. So now we are back to the main screen and the Quick Access settings. Each of these can be changed on the fly. Once changed, they are locked until you change it or reset it by retapping in the menu or on the main screen. The last used setting and one you changed is the one that shows up on the main screen and on the Quick Access menu. Those you've activated are highlighted. Here are the ones I primarily use in order of usage for me. EV, exposure compensation, very helpful in variable light conditions. Shutter speed, adjust down for low light or up for fast-moving objects. Frames per second, lowering for a smooth flow or in low light, or increasing for faster movement and allowing you to slow down 4K footage with reduced choppiness. ISO, changing this can be a real benefit depending upon light and depth. White balance, great tool to get the appropriate color. This locks the tint function though. They are mutually exclusive. Zebra function lets you check the highlights in your shot. I usually, as mentioned, leave this at 78%. The following I use less frequently. Manual focus, used more often with photography. Peaking shows what's in focus. I like this function though. I strongly suggest using this when using manual focus. Gray card. Use this to do a manual balance. You'll need a gray card with you though. This for me is a throwback for when we needed to continually check our white balance. I used to strap a white balance card to my fin so I could check it on the fly. LUT preview. I usually tweak post-production anyway, which is not an option with UWACAM when using LUTs. The following I would rarely or never use. Compass overlay. Clutters the screen, and I have a compass. Playback. Again, you can simply access it from the main screen. Unless you are previewing LUTs or downloading macro still shots and need a recheck, I remove it. Zoom function. I don't like digital zoom results anyway. Self-timer function, more for still photography or if you're doing selfies. Dynamic camera lens blending. As mentioned, I have this shut off. Having it on here only increases the risk of accidentally turning it on. Orientation lock, I don't use this. The phone's built-in light and flash, I have that turned off. That's why I normally bring a light anyway. And the rest, help, news, sleep mode, and exit, just leave alone. If you want to declutter the quick access menu, go back under camera to display, then user interface, then quick access. From there, you can disable those you wish. Here's what my screen looks like once I removed my unused settings. A little cleaner, right? Okay, so there you have it. As I stated, I primarily do video, so these are the settings I use to facilitate my particular needs. You can easily tailor the app to your own by following this process. This is one of the features I like about this app. Do watch part 1 video, which covers my in-water testing under various conditions, color correction, pre-post diving, visualize the results. As I said in that video, I give UWACAM a thumbs up. I am confident UWACAM will only continue to improve. Do check out the links in case you want to do any kind of upgrade with Divevolk equipment. Well, I hope you found this useful. As always, my friends, stay safe in your dive adventures, and remember, go explore, get wet,